I'm too pretty for jail. Good morning, it's Saturday and sadly it's my final day in Darwin. If you look around, my accommodation is a bit basic at the moment, so please excuse the drab background. Now if you're wondering why I'm looking so shiny, no, I'm not entering a bodybuilding competition. I'm actually just sunscreened up for this morning's activity, and that's the airboat tour at Darwin Waterfront. So I just got to pack up a little bit and then I'll be off. See you there.
Smack bang in the middle of Darwin City and Palmerston right now. You wouldn't know about it, eh?
Here we made a brief stop to look at a crocodile trap. The ride back to Darwin was beautiful, with the vivid blue water and the city in the background. Until the guide took us for a wild spin or two, or 3, or 4, or 20, was it? What an experience. Pity about this mask because I'm grinning from ear to ear underneath that. So while I'm still at the waterfront, I think I just might go and get an ice cream or something like that. And then next I might just spend a couple of hours at the Darwin Botanic Gardens. And then after that, maybe go to East Point just to see what the big deal is about that. I'm at a Korean restaurant that I wanted to go to ever since I walked past it. So while I wait for my lunch to be prepared, I'm trying 2 unusual Korean drinks. The first one is called Milkus, which is a carbonated milk drink. So I've poured it out, and look at that. Texture of lemonade, but with a slight creamy, milky taste. It's unusual but really nice. Second one is, I can't remember the Korean name, but it's like a cinnamon punch. So I've poured that out. That's not as fizzy, but it's got a noticeable cinnamon taste, but not entirely cinnamon. Cinnamon is something else, but that's really nice and refreshing too. So hopefully soon my lunch will be ready. Now my lunch has arrived. KFC, Korean fried chicken. Let's see what it's like. So that's what that looks like. That is so good. So this is honey soy sauce. After having this, you never go back to the other stuff. I've just realised something. Fannie Bay Gaol is closing at 2 o'clock and it's only just turned 1 o'clock. So I better pull my finger out and get there. Hopefully I can see everything in probably only 45 minutes before it closes. So let's hit the road. Right, I'm walking around one of the wards at Fannie Bay Gaol, and there's quite a lot of prison cells here. Just look how narrow the doors are. Squeeze through. So I don't know how many prisoners are expected to fit into this, but I would not be surprised if it was more than one. Okay, let's go through the rest of the jail. This is the ablutions block. Makes you wonder how many times bars of soap have been dropped in here unintentionally, or maybe intentionally. I don't know. This is the showers. See those pipes up there? That's all they got. On a more serious note, we are entering the infirmary, which also houses an execution area containing a gallows with trapdoor and lever. The last hanging was of 2 men convicted of murder. They were executed at this very spot in August 1954. Here is a prison workshop with the impressively stenciled tool placeholders. I wonder what the punishment was for not returning them to the correct place. That was really worth seeing. When you get there, you're greeted by a knowledgeable expert, and they explain a lot of things and answer questions for you. And the best thing is it doesn't cost anything. So I was actually pleasantly surprised how interesting and worthwhile this was. And Fannie Bay Gaol is just across the road from the sea, so check that out with the yachts in the background. At this entrance you will find a cafe housed in an old church that was disassembled and put back together here. Next is the Visitors Centre. It houses a very informative interpretive centre. Quite interesting. Well, it's pretty nice here at the Darwin Botanic Gardens. I would advise to maybe allocate half a day to visit it, bring a picnic, and then just sit back and relax and enjoy the very well maintained gardens that they have here. Well, it's time for me to go, otherwise I won't be able to tick all my boxes for my final day in Darwin. So just before I go, a bit of final mucking around. Well, this is East Point. I don't know why it's called East Point when it's to the west side of Darwin. But anyway, check out the beautiful sea views. But it's like this everywhere around Darwin. But not everywhere around Darwin is a huge amount of World War II remnants. So you can see one behind me. So let's start exploring them all. The first of these is an artillery store. Let's go and have a look inside of it. Next we have an old radar tower. This one here with the beautiful seaside view was an old oil storage tank. This unusual dumpy building is a magazine storage facility, and there's a second one right over there. This giant monster is a gun turret tower. It was built to house 2 giant guns, but strangely they were never fired. It was completed too late in the war to be actually used. So let's walk inside and have a look. Who's Alice? Okay, there's a set of stairs up here, so let's see what's up here. Okay, there's another set. Okay, seems pretty elaborate just to hold 2 guns. Okay, final night, final dinner. So I've got very fancy lasagna and a non-alcoholic mojito. So yeah, farewell dinner to Darwin. And for dessert, chocolate salami. Goodbye, Darwin. What a fantastic holiday. I hope this series of videos gives you an idea of how awesome Darwin and the nearby regions are. For future content, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell. I really appreciate your support. Cheers.